Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hey, Shaman, great welcome. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just some of the beat out there. Hare Krishna. Welcome. I gave you the link if anybody wants to come on. Yeah, Andromeda coming on again. All right, man. Time to get serious about devotional service. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. A little bit more of that one. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, there she is, hey! Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. A little bit more of that was good. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Woo, yeah, Krishna Gauranga, Nityananda. Hey, very good. Thank you for coming on. Come on more often, too. See your ecstatic face here.
Damn.
Don,
You'll need this one.
you're going to love this one, man. Yeah. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Thanks for using.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. How about a little bit of something here? Like maybe Gitamrita here. Let's check that out here. Oops. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. Okay, this we'll read from, what is this chapter here? This is chapter 7, Knowledge of the Absolute Truth. Chapter 7, this is Gitamrita by Vishwanath Chakravarti. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jesus. So, Krishna says, hey Partha, now try to hear about practicing by practicing yoga, this is good for Shama Sundari, by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with your mind attached to me, you can know me completely. Isn't that interesting? They say one of the obstacles is I, me, and mine. I, me, and mine. And then now Krishna says, oh, me. Oh, let's think about me. What's the difference between the me's here and the me in Krishna, the me as Krishna? See, that's the real me. See, this is the false me, false identification. You know, we think we're like God, more or less. You know, we may not say I'm God, but we act like it, don't we? This is my family, man. I own this, right? This is my wife and my girlfriend and my boyfriend. I belong, This is my money, my land, my daughter. That's the false me. Now, the real me is it all belongs to him. All belongs to Krishna. What a concept, man. Everything, fathers, sons, daughters, land, money, all of it comes from him. It belongs to him. Everything belongs to him. My goodness, how easy it is to know the big me. See, in consciousness of me. See, we're performing. Did you know we're doing the religion of the age there, Shamaguri? This is the religion of the age. To remember Krishna. See, remember the truth, the absolute truth, and to remind others. Great job. Isn't it nice? Every day you can get up there and you can just remind people and preach half an hour of Bhagavad Gita and half of Chaitanya Lila, Remember, and you're doing a big service because everybody's helping everybody remember the Maya, the little me, the false ego, and everybody's getting more and more attached to my money and my children and my life and my this and my that. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to really feel this, that my life is Radha and Krishna? Would you imagine what that would feel like? You can't imagine it. You have to just come here, get purified, and start feeling it. My life is Radha and Krishna. Now, where's the false ego in that? Isn't that's just the truth. You uncover the soul enough, it's what you find. Our lives are, especially if you're in this line, our deity is Radha and Krishna. Why not, man? Yeah. My life and soul is Lord Chaitanya's Radha and Krishna. See? Love of God, love of Krishna. My life and soul is the deity, devotion to Krishna. Radha and Krishna same. It's the only real thing in this universe. It's a secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. I love this book. This book is fantastic, man. It's full and jam-packed with truth. But you know what? If you don't hear it here, I don't know how many people actually will see it. Okay, let's see. Oh, I lost my place. Let's see if I can get back to it like this. There it is. Okay. So, yeah. So with your mind attached to me, you can know me completely. Be completely free from doubt. Free from doubt. So I will fully reveal to you this knowledge, both material and spiritual. Isn't that amazing? In this world without Krishna, we can't even know the material knowledge right. We got to know them both. Okay? We have to have it revealed to us. This Bhagavad Gita has to be revealed to us. It's in the book, but boy, when you hear it, from those who are getting, this, they have that open, that channel is open. Oh man, do you really get it? Right there, Shamadura, you really get it. Yeah. Yeah, see, the material, it has to be revealed. Krishna is the only one who can reveal that to you. He has to talk to you. That's why our only chance is a real representative of Radha and Krishna in this world. And then you hear from them, it's just like hearing from Krishna. You hear the same thing. Maybe a little different, because he's always, he's an artist, man. He very creatively expresses through different devotees. He uses them. It's a very beautiful, every devotee has got their way. And it's beautiful. The Lord loves it. See, and then when you love what he loves, oh boy, there you go. You're delivered. Simple process, isn't it? Yeah, so Krishna, I shall reveal to you both the material and spiritual knowledge. See, Krishna has to reveal to us. Look at how many people understand this unless Krishna actually, as a person, either himself, if you want to wait 4,320,000,000 years before he comes again, or you hear through his representative, real one. I mean, really, he's really using them. No checklist. No. You hear that way, and then it's like that. Then you really understand the material and spiritual. Yeah. Let's see what it has to say. I'm also listening. I'm here. I'm a listener too. Very. I want to hear what he's going to say. That's pretty detached, huh? Wouldn't you say? Can you imagine somebody saying, I also want to hear, and they're speaking? Did you know that was self-realization? That the speaker is also in the audience? No wonder they think I'm crazy, huh? I can get it. It totally makes sense. Ramananda Ray must be crazy because he said the same thing. Lord Chaitanya said, "Why I want to hear from you," and he said, "Oh, this is a marvel. I'm here speaking to you, and you're also inside speaking through me. To you." This is like, wow, man. That's detachment. That's when you get hollowed out. If you just worship the Lord, see, we teach here. Come here, worship, and you just ecstatic. It's like the Lord, he's going like this with he's cleaning his flute out with those pipe cleaners. It's like this ecstatic devotions like this. And then, it just becomes like clean understanding. Yeah, that's what you get from a real devotee, real guru. Clean, clear, logical. Hey, you're inspiring me when you smile like that. Yeah, okay, I'll do more. Go more for it. Whoops, wrong thing. All right, what else? Where? Okay. So once you know this, there will be nothing further for you to know. So, and that's it. This is when we're ready to be delivered. See, chapter 1 of the Adi Leela says, when you're ready to deliver, you get a bona fide spiritual master, and this is the one that the Lord comes as that guru, man. And that's the one who delivers you. Then you hear this, because there's nothing further for you to know. There's nothing further that the spiritual, right? When your spiritual body, when it's revealed to you, right? Then you know Krishna, because that's how you know. Krishna reveals himself, and all of a sudden, pop! You know who you are better. And then it just gets more and more clear. The more and more clear about who God is, because he's spiritual and you're spiritual too. More and more, you know who you are. Oh, wow. No wonder people get delivered so fast here. What else is there to know? Once your spiritual body it's been hidden for eons, for so many births, man, and then it pops out like a baby, man, just like it, boom, Once you know that you're spiritual and the Lord is also spiritual, and you have an eternal relationship, and you're engaging in that, and then automatically the Lord says, "Yeah, you see my Maya over there? Yeah, I've seen it enough, man. I'm tired of looking at it, man. I want to look at you." There you go. What more else do you need to know? What else is there? You know that you're a spirit soul. You know that that's your empowerment. God, Radha and Krishna, see, devotion to God is your life and soul. That is your source of empowerment. I see all these poor people now. When I'm looking over, they don't know how to get out, man. Smart people, pretty smart, but not smart enough. They're looking for the power. But they don't know clearly. They don't know, hey, man, you have a relationship with God, man, and God is the empowerment. You'll be strong in this world. You'll see the Maya won't bother you. They can come over and they can do whatever they want to do with this body, but it doesn't matter, man. You got your spiritual body. That's what it's all about, man. It's really being saved. What more else is there to know? And to know who Krishna is or God is. I mean, I'm not a sectarian. You could know Christ, Krishna, same spirit, man. It's God is God. The Lord, he's full of bliss. I'm sure Jesus was full of bliss, whether he was a devotee of the Lord or God too, like Lord Chaitanya. Nobody can really, some people say, no, he was a devotee. No, he said he was worshiping Krishna, so he's a devotee. And then others say, no, yeah, well, he's doing that, and this is why. But Jesus also did the same thing. Who knows? Doesn't matter. They came here to deliver us. Just take the mercy, right? You don't have to split hairs. Was he a jiva? Was he this? Hey, man, when the Lord gets ready to deliver us, he comes himself as the guru. That's good enough, isn't it? Hey, man, you come as a guru, come as Lord. Well, however, just deliver me, man. I'm sick of being in this friggin' world. I don't want any more of these draconian, authoritating dictators, telling me to stay indoors, man, and giving me shots, and I have to do this, and I've had enough of this bullshit. Hey, that's going on now. The opportunity. That's why I'm a little bit more bold lately. Even Pani, he says, I don't want to sit there and wait for these people. I'm getting impatient. I feel like just tell them, get on the boat, get off the pot, man. You're sitting on the pot. Get off the pot. You've been on there too long. Yeah, I said, tell them, yeah, the time is short, isn't it? Hey, man. Hey, look around. I'm amazed how many people are still walking through. Like nothing's happened. It's all, Janaki, welcome. Thank you for coming. Dramana, all of you. Oh, Dramana is becoming very steady lately, I've noticed. She's coming here very regularly. I thought I chased her away, man. I was really heavy with that poor girl. Okay. All right, now. So, out of many thousands among men, only one may endeavor for perfection. And out of those who have achieved perfection, only one knows me in truth. Isn't that amazing? It shows how rare it is. Out of many thousands, only one will endeavor for perfection. Now, look how many devotees are endeavoring for perfection. I mean, that's amazing. That's a miracle Prabhupada did, to get so many people to do that and leave these wonderful books. See? So people are endeavoring. Both gurus and their followers are endeavoring. That's amazing. That's great. But hardly one of them. No. Oh, and those who have attained perfection. Oh, you got to understand this. Those who have attained perfection. Now, what is perfection he's talking about? Perfection means Brahman. It means you realize I'm spirit soul. I look at a piece of gold and a cow and a Brahman and a Sudra, and I see them equally. See? So this is... So you kind of know a little bit about the Lord, the oneness thing, but hardly one knows Krishna in truth. Okay? What's the difference between that perfection and the other? This is the devotional mellows. This is the intimate relationship. Because the Lord showed me this. He showed me this perfection. I got it, could you imagine? I got it in like seconds. Just spontaneously. See, I tell you, you just bring all this stuff through from your previous life. Everybody gets what they get here, you bring it right on through. If you come back, If, you know, you just bring it right on through. You don't lose anything. All your gold stays here. All your children stay here. All your grandchildren stay here. You go. But this goes with you, this perfection. Even the Brahman thing. And then as soon as I got the Bible, boom, it was there. The Lord showed me that perfection. Oh yeah, everything, yeah. But I didn't see, and now I know, yeah, hardly one knows you in truth, because this is really knowing the Lord in a more intimate way, more wonderful way. The other thing is wonderful too, because God is everywhere. He's just really experienced that. But you don't know exactly, yeah, he's everywhere, but who, he's spirit, I'm spirit. You kind of know at that level. I'm one with the Lord, but yet also kind of like a particle, a spark from that. But don't know that he's Krishna. Also, and he's got all this wonderful personality, his wonderful attributes. And he almost seems like an ordinary person, kind of like people in the world. It's like, that's trippy, man. That is more interesting than that. How, and that is, it's like, oh, he's got all these facets. He's thinking about that with his devotees too, He likes to see his devotees in action, just like, the devotee likes to see the Lord. He likes to see devotees. So hardly one knows him in truth except those who get the mercy of associating with those who know Krishna very intimately. And it's very rare. Those persons are very rare. Okay? Most are still endeavoring for perfection. And maybe some in the Gaudiya Vaishnava line, maybe some have achieved some talk like it, some, speak about in a kind of a Vaishnava oneness way, it's all about one, But to know Krishna, this is devotional mellows. No, can't be any speculation there. You got to taste him. You gotta know he's the bread of life. Or literally, his name is the bread. And people need to see, oh, this person must know something pretty intimate about God. He just chants, or she just chants his name, and look at them. Man, they're a basket case. There's so much ecstasy. You become the verses, literally, with the book. The book explains, like say Bhagavad Gita 10:10, you become that. You worship the Lord with loving ecstasy. See? And you get all these revelations and realizations, and you give these to your disciples, or those who are willing to listen to you. What happens? They become self-realized. They become purified by the word. See? By the word that emanates by the mouth of the devotee, like that stage. And then you begin to, all of a sudden, I'm just talking about my experience teaching. Not only my own experience, I'm looking at many of my disciples. I'm looking at Shamaguri. She told me the same thing. I'm getting all these realizations. Hey, man, that's big stuff. That shows you got faith. The Lord trusts you. He's seeing you got the mercy. He's revealing many things. Yeah. Amazing, isn't it? See, you're becoming like Guru. She went off. She doesn't want anybody to see her cry. She's all heart. You see her heart on her sleeve. Right, Janaki? Heart's on her sleeve. Where are you? Why don't you come out for a few minutes, if you can? Can't stay away. My heart wants you everywhere. Anyway, we have a great family here. We're having fun, man. Can you imagine we're having so much fun even at this time? I tell you, I just want to help these people. Host energy seems to be a little bit on the high side on this live. Seems like lady is new. No, she's been here for a while. Yeah, she's been here for almost a year, maybe more. I don't know. Yeah. You see how you can tell when the devotee is getting mercy. They just, they're so happy inside. Krishna wants to make everybody really happy. So that's our work here. The more we do these sadhu sangas, the more clear we get, the more spiritual power we get. The more influence people start to see. Wow, I think these guys maybe they're the real deal. Maybe we should go listen to these guys. All right. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, I like this. This is a great book, man. I love this book. All right. See, hardly one knows me in truth. See, now, in truth means the highest truth. That's why, see, Srimad Bhagavatam is understandable by those devotees and so the highest truth, Bhagavatam teaches, first canto, second verse. Highest truth is reality, distinguished from illusion. That's the highest truth. So the highest reality has been revealed already. It's been revealed by Radha and Krishna. Then people start to forget because of lack of real ecstatic devotees who know the Lord, and then they just forget. They go into other things in his Maya, right? Then Lord Chaitanya comes and revives that worship because he was one of those rare persons. First Madhavinda Puri, few people come, few devotees come. Dwaita was here, because they all came to revive the highest truth, because this is that special Kali Yuga. You don't get this in every Kali Yuga. See, this is once every 27 Divya Yugas or Kali Yugas. And the 28th one, Krishna comes and Lord Chaitanya comes and reveals this. See, which we are revealing. We're following in the footsteps. Revealing means you got to do it, man. You got to see it. They got to see you have this, that you know Krishna in truth, man. Otherwise, how do we know you're not a bullshitter, man? How do you know you're not just shucking and jiving us? We got to see you engaged in transcendental mellows with this invisible person. You know how children have an invisible friend? They got to see that's why children say, you got an invisible, I don't believe. No parents believe, hey, he's just invisible. Why? Because you don't usually see any feeling with it. People got to see your invisible friend. Who is that? Well, this is Krishna, man. And then they see you engaging in a relationship with Krishna, this loving, beloved, ecstatic, to tears, and the real dramatic relationship, like a dramatic actor on the stage, man. And it's genuine, man. It's really real. After a while, people start thinking, wow, man, is this who are you engaging in? Is your invisible friend real? Yeah, man. Come chant this mantra with us, and you will experience that. So, okay, let's see. Interesting saying. Okay, get more power by pretending to be spiritual, or what's wrong with it if I don't go with name Krishna? What's there in the name? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to necessarily go with the name of Krishna. See, there are many names of God. Many names of the transcendental form of name. And so we're talking about like names like Ram. That's they're even when Lord Chaitanya was here, see, people were chanting the name Ram. Krishna, Ram, Radha, it's a name of his devotional potency. You can even chant the names of his devotees. Rupa, Sanatan. They're in relationship with the Lord. You can chant Christ, Jesus Christ. Yeah. If you have a relationship with the particular deity, then you will feel there will be some transcendental feeling. The main thing is to awaken the transcendental feeling. So what's in the name? The name is, so anyway, there's a spiritual principle, and this is important. You know how they teach principles in the New Age, a universal principle about the universe. There's principles. Well, there's a principle, this is the highest principle, is the name of God, name of Krishna. It's one of the authorized forms of the Lord on this planet, man. That name is non-different than that Lord. So, for example, God came here as Krishna. Came here, and he came here with his entourage of friends and family members. And when they saw Krishna or chanted his name, they became ecstatic with tears and laughter and many kind of ecstatic, blissful manifestations when they saw their Krishna, or they chanted his name, or meditated on his qualities. See? So now what we have that's why they took notation. They wrote these pastimes down, these qualities down, these names of God down. Okay? Now, a real devotee who has the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, especially, that's a whole thing, we'll get into that later, who has the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, a real devotee, when they chant Radha and Krishna's name, they become ecstatic just like they did 500 years ago, because the name is no different than when Krishna was here 5,000 years ago. It's actually to see a devotee who chants that name in ecstasy of the bliss and rapture, devotional rapture, is better than seeing Krishna there without a devotee, or those who don't have much devotion. See, better to get the devotee, because when they chant the name, you're getting Krishna and Krishna's devotee expressing that level of realization and revelation on this planet at this time. Okay? That's what we do here. That's what we're doing here. Okay, so hopefully that's clear. If you have anything else you want to ask. Okay, if I just say apple instead of Krishna, will this transcendental transcendence happen ever? I don't understand why Krishna and Ram is about the timeline, who first has more power. Okay, yeah. What is that you're talking? Okay. All right, again, to make it more clear. The name of Krishna is spiritual. The name of apple is material. That's the difference. The name of Krishna is non-different than his transcendental form. See? And when you realize that, you become very ecstatic. The name apple is different than that apple, even. See, all it does is represents the apple, but it's a sound, and even the apple is different from that name. The name of Krishna is not different, it's spiritual. But see, you cannot understand that with material senses, because we're so used to saying apple, weather, things that are changing, things in the Maya. An apple shrivels up and dies or becomes stool. Krishna, actually, he did seemingly die, but he didn't really. It was a pastime to delude the atheist. But the name of Krishna is eternal, and becomes deathless. And so anyway, devotees experience deathlessness also by engaging in this devotional service, pure devotional service, chanting the Lord's name with attachment and ecstasy, and then deeper ecstasy, and deeper and deeper. So that's our immortals. That's how we become immortal. Then the Lord, through engaging in chanting his name when you're in the body, becomes the Lord appears as your companion. Oh, you called me. It's like calling a friend and they come. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You're calling Radha and Krishna and they come. That's the pure devotee, the purified devotee. They call Radha Krishna, Hare Krishna, and they come. and they give satisfaction to the devotee because they're their life and soul. You learn all these things by associating with these rare devotees who know Krishna like that, Radha like that. What's the apple remains after removing the sense of apple? Same goes with Krishna. Okay, what's the apple remains after removing the sense of apple? I don't get what you're saying there. It's the most beautiful name of the Lord, and I love to chant his name. Yeah, so those who love to chant the name are liberated souls, and the Lord is, that's how he delivers us. We become attached to chanting his name more and more and more and more forever. It's wonderful. Great path. It's the only real path here that, is associating with real liberated devotees, man. Best thing you can do. Yeah, I don't exactly understand what you mean about it. You got to explain that a little bit more, that concept, Dinesh. Okay, let's see here. All right. See, now that I got your attention, I will tell you the 8 types of material energies. Oh, this is good. They include earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Besides these, Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind. It is superior because of consciousness and because it uses the material energy for its enjoyment. That's a mouthful. I mean, my goodness. See, air, fire, earth, water, mind, intelligence, false ego. These are all coverings for the soul. Okay? This is it's like peeling an onion. If you peel an onion back, you get to the core. Well, when you peel the onion of all these material energies, air, fire, earth, water, okay? These are all material energies. Ether even, mind, intelligence, and false ego. These are all covering the soul. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how difficult it would be to get out of that on your own without help of real devotees who have their soul is uncovered? Never would be able to do it probably, especially now in Kali Yuga. Now there's another interesting thing we should take note of now that we got your attention. So there's another superior energy of mind. It is superior because of consciousness and because it uses, I don't want to go too far because it's deep stuff. See, superior energy is superior because of consciousness. That's who we are. See, we're conscious. We're conscious. And this material energy is not conscious. See, it's not conscious. We are. See, so we don't see that clearly because we're say, well, I'm conscious, so therefore I'm soul. No, we're conscious of air, fire, water. See, air, fire, water, earth, ether, mind. See, even the mind is not conscious. It's not considered conscious. Intelligence. Oh, look at this. Even intelligence is not considered conscious. Could you imagine? Oh, look at this. And the false ego is not considered conscious. This is why the conscious living entity is indirectly conscious, not direct. And so now the next part of the verse, pay attention, everybody. This is fun. It's like Scrabble. Import better, though. Okay. So there is a superior energy to me. Everything. Okay. No. Okay. It is superior because of consciousness and because it uses the material energy for its enjoyment. Now that is something to take note of also. See, so here we are. We're the living entity. We're conscious, but we're looking at the material energy to enjoy it. See? And this makes us as unconscious as the energy that we're enjoying in the Lord's Maya. You see how people are unconscious? See? They believe that they're this false ego. I'm the master of my house and my money and my wife and my this and my I, me, and mine. That's a false ID. See, this makes you as unconscious of these modes of, not modes, these energies of the Lord. See, because you're thinking in error that my wife belongs to me. That's false ID, false identification. Your wife does not really belong to you. She belongs to Krishna. Everything is his. See, so when we try to enjoy this material energy too much, we become as unconscious as that energy that we're enjoying. We're kind of like we're just intoxicated. The world is spinning around, in other words. We don't know who we are, what we are. We identify with all this material energy. You see it, the difficult? It's like we're trapped in that. See? Now, I don't think Krishna goes there on this one. Let's see here. Okay, so it is superior, that's, okay, the living entity, because of consciousness and because it uses the material energy for enjoyment. So that's what most people know is the material energy. Therefore, I am the cause of all. There is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So you heard the saying of Jesus, the truth will set us free, right? The truth will set you free. So, okay, we don't know about all these things. We need to be instructed by the bona fide guru. Okay? The one who knows who they are, because they're conscious of Krishna's transcendental potency. See, so we're spiritual. We become unconscious by meditating on the unconscious material energy. See, it makes us unconscious. We become basically unconscious or really drunk on it and crazy and a bit insane because of meditating on what is material. Now you can correct that fault. Hey, you meet the bona fide spiritual master and they say, hey, look over here, chant this name. This name is spiritual. You'll wake up. See, come, stay, associate with devotees, hear these talks, and you're going to start to become more conscious that you're a conscious person. See, and you're going to look, and then you look at the modes of nature, you look at the material potency, and you think, my God, I was meditating on that. I was believing in that. That made me unconscious. It made me an imitator of God. I started to think I owned all these things. That I was this name, Joe Blow. I was this charismatic personality. No, I was just unconscious meditating on the false ID, false identification. I was unconscious thinking everything belonged to me when it belongs to Krishna. So you start to hear from devotees, okay, who know the spiritual energy, and it rectifies the whole situation. So this is, Krishna said, I'm going to tell you these things, Arjun. You have to hear them from me. The world has to hear them from me or my devotees. See, here, looking, here's my spiritual energy. Meditate on that. You're part of that spiritual energy. Everything comes from me. Yeah, and who is that me? That me is the name of Krishna. It's different than Apple. Yeah. Shamaguri, right. That's how you are. You're looking from the outside now. Before you are on the inside of that. You're identified with that. Now, because you're identifying with Krishna's name and love for Krishna, devotion, see, now the spiritual energy of who you are is being more and more clearly revealed. And that goes on forever. Because in Sadhu Sangha, we just keep pointing everybody to Krishna and Radha, the spiritual energy. See, and we become purified. Okay, so here we go, Dinesh. It's good. I'm glad you're discussing. So, can there be two realities of the same? Where to put this materials under classification? Okay, can there be two realities of the same? Yes, but they're not two different realities. It's just like Krishna means Christ. If you're there, you could be in that line with Christians, and it creates a certain reality, but underlying it is the same principle: devotion to God, devotion, love of Christ, love of God, because we use the same terms. Yeah, maybe they do different words. I don't know if I'm getting your point, but anyway, this is what I'm seeing. I think you are deliberately confusing wakefulness with consciousness. See that? I don't know. I don't go. To me, that's like speculation. Wakefulness with consciousness. No, that's, you're putting things together that are not in the line. If you had studied the Vaishnava knowledge, information and knowledge, you would see that is like speculating. You're putting things together. It just, that's confusing things. No, what we're doing is clarifying everything. See, when you say you're deliberately confusing wakefulness with consciousness, no, just what you said confuses the issue. No. To really be conscious, you're really awake, spiritually awake. See? But what you're saying is confusing. This straightens it all out. No, if you're really awake, that means you're conscious. That means you know God, because the only way to know who we are and be awake really is to know some level of God and who God and what God is. Let's see here. Yeah, so anyway, good discussion here. Thank you there, Dinesh. That's how we get clear. So these are the living. These are, and because it uses. Okay, I got to go back. It is superior because of consciousness and because it uses material energy for its enjoyment. These are the living entities. Okay, yeah. So if you want to become conscious, all you have to do is meditate on where it all comes from. It all comes from the transcendental form of the Lord. Everything, material and spiritual. If you realize the spiritual form, that's what we do. We're realizing more and more the spiritual form of the Lord. You realize everything. Yeah, I understand. You're not sure. It's just you got to keep coming here regularly, and you get it. You'll start to understand. And because we'll continue to discuss. It takes time. Probably have a different background. Okay, I think I'm going to stop now. Wakefulness and consciousness are two different things. Okay, so wakefulness and consciousness are two different things. Yeah, okay. Wakefulness and consciousness are really not two different things if you look from this context. Okay, so in other words, if you're awake, that means here practically, if you're really awake from this context, if you're really awake, you know the Lord. See? That means now you're conscious, whereas before you're unconscious, because the Lord in this world is the material energy. That's his form, but it's unconscious form. It's dull. And you become dull meditating on it, believing in it, believing that it's you even. Believing that it's God or whatever. Okay? See, so you become unconscious because of what you're meditating on. But that is God in the material form. Okay? So the Lord comes here to deliver people. Yeah. Okay. Now, wakefulness. So consciousness and wakefulness. So you become automatically awake because before you're unconscious meditating on his material energies and believing in them, believing you are that false ego. See? Now you're meditating on Krishna and increasingly you're waking up. In other words, becoming more conscious. Because the other way you're becoming unconscious. Because you're becoming like what you meditate on. Now, when you're meditating on transcendental name and form of God, his personality, his qualities, you become more like him, more conscious. I mean, God is conscious. You become more like him, conscious. Yeah. You start to even manifest and radiate those qualities. You become ecstatic like the Lord, which is wonderful. You become knowledgeable like the Lord because you're becoming conscious like the Lord is conscious. And you're meditating, that Lord is your life and soul. So in other words, you meditate on the material energies, air, fire, water, earth, false ego. Then you start to become as dull as those because they're not alive. They're not really, they're dull. They're not conscious. Even intelligence is not conscious, except the Lord's intelligence is. It makes you more conscious of who you are. Or you meditate on the false intelligence. You become unconscious of who you are. It shows you. You meditate on the Lord's intelligence and it's fully conscious and you become fully conscious because his knowledge is conscious. This word is spirit. Jesus even taught this in the Bible. He said, my word is spirit. Scripture is spirit. It's conscious. It makes you conscious. You're conscious of what's really true and important. So, what's the state of dream? Deep sleep? Are we conscious, aware of Jesus or Krishna in these states? Well, mostly not, because in a dream, you're meditating on mind stuff, and you wake up and it seems real when you're there, but then you wake up and then you realize it's just a dream. Yeah, you're not conscious like that. But now, if you have a dream of the Bhagavat, like Prabhupada or Jesus Christ, Ah, that's significant. Now you're starting to wake up, getting real communication with somebody immortal. Yeah, you can, but if they come to you, I mean, I had Prabhupada came to me, you know, and gave me some instructions. Okay, I'm going to end it here now. I'm kind of running out of gas. Thank you very much. Time to do my prescribed duties, like take a dip I'm by a river now. Nice little river. Take a little dip in this river here. Okay, thank you very much. Awesome, man. Let's give everybody a hand.